Thank you.
Yes.
What energetic principles can a person apply to deepen and harmonize their closest relationships without controlling outcomes?
Well, if you really want relationships to be what they're designed to do, you will not be interested in controlling them. You will be interested in learning from them, in seeing reflections, in absorbing and helping and serving the others in the relationships to be who they really truly need to be the best version of themselves they can be, while allowing them to show you what you need to know so you can absorb information that will allow you to be the best version of who it is you need to be. So it's not about control, because you would understand that trying to control it would be defeating the purpose of the relationship to begin with, because you understand that relationships are for the purpose of getting information and reflections and experiences that allow you to figure out more of who you are and express more of who you are. So why would you want to control it? Again, it's the ego thinking it knows exactly what the outcome is supposed to be, exactly what's supposed to happen. This is hubris. This is egotistical. This is the idea that you don't trust the way things unfold. You have to allow yourself to understand you set up your life path, and you have to have enough of a relationship and awareness of the relationship with your soul to know that your soul knew what it was doing when it laid out the life path. You are the one that gets to experience that. And again, if you approach the challenges, including relationships, in the way we have said, with calmness, confidence, curiosity, and creativity, it won't be an issue of control. It will be an issue of learning. It will be an issue of accepting. It will be an issue of allowing. And your life will start to flow. You will learn the lessons you need to learn to improve who you are, to grow who you are, to expand who you are. And then your life will feel fulfilled, and all the relationships will serve a purpose in your life in the way that they are designed to do so. So again, remember, people that try to control the outer reality feel out of control, and therefore they need to look within and understand, why are they choosing to feel out of control? What belief systems are causing them to feel disconnected, detached, and out of control? But also remember that any feeling of being out of control is being controlled by them. So they're never actually out of control. They're just choosing to believe that they're out of control. And therefore, that belief that they're out of control causes an individual in your reality to try and control the only thing they can, which is the outer world and all relationships in that outer world.
Um, this person, they call this like seeing through the eyes of the creator, is what the way that they perceived it. But the idea that they got into an altered state of consciousness where they were experiencing reality from a completely different point of view. And what they saw was that everything felt perfect, beautiful, exactly as it should be. They felt distanced from their problems and a true sense of freedom. And they just felt fully supported energetically with effortlessly.
Yes.
And they think is that what you mean by being fully human?
Yes, that's part of the expression, but it also is what we mean by being in alignment with your true self, your true vibration, because it is the true vibration of all that is, because you are a part of all that is. So this individual was truly seeing who they are, what they are, as a reflection of all that is. And therefore, that gives them the vibrational state that they need to come from in everything that they do in life in order to continue to flow in that high vibration of being their true self.
And so what vibrational level would that be where you see yourself, I guess, totally from a different vantage point? It's obviously a higher state frequency that
Yes.
has different parameters of its self-definition, those kinds of things, right?
Well, yes, of
So,
course.
so what frequency level would you say that requires in order to perceive that?
Well, it's got to be well above the 200,000 cycle per second frequency mark. So there's a range in there, but the idea in general is the closer you are to the frequency of non-physical reality, the more you see things that way. So above 250,000 cycles per second, it's almost impossible not to see things that way.
I see. And then someone else wrote in and said, well, why does the formula only get us close to 200,000 cycles per second, but not fully there? That's the level of non-duality and enlightenment, our natural self. So why can't they just reach the even higher level more completely?
They can. The formula, we've never said it only gets you there. We're giving you an average of where people on your planet are at. So we have never said that it stops there. You can absolutely use the formula to go higher. But how many people on your planet are facile enough with the formula to do so is the question. So we're giving you an average of what most people attain by using it if they're attaining a higher frequency than the average on your planet. It doesn't mean that that's the upper limit.
And 200,000 cycles per second, does that represent a state of being where you can, in a sense, be experiencing heaven on earth on a more consistent basis
Yes,
if you were to maintain that?
yes.
Okay. So, yeah, because someone else asked
At
the
least in
question,
your own
well,
life. At
why
least in
do
your
we only
life.
have it like for brief moments
At
or
least in your own life. It
in
doesn't
your
mean
own
you
life?
won't see that other people may not be doing the things that you would consider to be heaven on earth. It doesn't mean that you start experiencing the entire planet that way necessarily. But in your own life, you would experience it as heaven on earth, no matter what anyone else is doing.
Yeah, because there was another question about, well, why don't people maintain that 200,000? Maybe they have a peak moment and they get there and then it go back down again. And
There are a variety of reasons why that happens. A lot of them typically are because they still have certain challenges to face and they have certain belief systems to let go of. So they can have peak moments. The idea of having those peak moments is to retain an experience of what it's like to be there and bring that energy to facing the next challenge. And again, remember, it's not necessarily up and down like this. It's up and down like this where you keep climbing. But the idea is you may lower for a while to deal with something more physically, then raise again, then lower for a while, maybe to help someone else who's on a lower vibration. And you have to sort of equate to them and equal to them and align with them temporarily to help bring them up with you again. So there may be many reasons why the fluctuation occurs, but never assume that you actually go down to the same place again. As your Zen monks say, you never step into the same river twice. It's always flowing, it's always different. So you don't have to assume that coming back down out of that state means you're back down to where you used to be.
that's very helpful. And pretty much we're out of time now. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we conclude?
Again, the strong encouragement, strong unconditional love that we have for all of you to move forward. Because again, remember, we don't just believe in you, we know what you're capable of. We know who you actually are. It's up to you to awaken to the energy, the spirit, the beauty of what you actually are as a soul. So by all means, allow yourselves to move forward in the understanding and the assurance that you are that infinite and eternal, beautiful, creative soul, and that it is all right. It is all right for you to be yourself, to be your true self, to move forward in that vibration, to be of service to others, to service the whole, because when you serve the whole, you serve yourself because you're part of the whole. So move forward in love, in light. And at this point now, remember, in the meditation to come, everything is an orchestration, everything is synchronicity. Synchronicity is one of the most beautiful ways that you have of recognizing in physical reality and linear time, the great command and orchestration that you have created as souls to interweave all life paths on your planet into this beautiful tapestry that you call physical life. So admire the tapestry, use it to your advantage, be the thread that you are, and prepare yourself to relax into this meditation to bring it home.